If you log out of the game, you log out of real life. Hey everybody, welcome back to Bad Game Hall of Fame. I'm Charky, and with me here tonight is Johnny Baghead.
Hello there.
And Cassidy.
Meetings were created by God. Separations were created by man.
That's the speedrunning tweet that was going on recently, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's a dot hack sign quote.
Oh, there was some speedrunning thing where someone was yelling at a speedrunner for speedrunning, saying they were breaking the will of God. They were that Christian gamer 2011 or something. And he said,
fucking thing.
They said, according to the Bible, the firmament of earth is unmovable by man, and God acts through the programmers to make the firmament of the game. Anyway, welcome to the final episode of Virtua Quest for the GameCube. We're finally there. We finally made it. I didn't have to do any off-screen grinding. We only have one server left. We are approaching the end of this Patreon-voted game. Thank you all for voting for it. Honestly, this is probably the least painful of all the options we had available to us, so thank you.
Yeah, looking back, we lucked out. It may be strange to say that, staring down the barrel of it, but it could have been worse.
Could have been way worse. Could have been physically worse. Johnny could have had to play a Wii game. But we're here now. We are fast approaching the end of our quest. How are we feeling about finally putting this one to bed?
I'm curious how they're going to wrap all these random plot threads they've got going up into this one final level. Because we still don't really know what's going on. And yeah, when we're going to get to the freaking bike race.
I was going to say that I'm really looking forward to that bike race, but something tells me that might be on the back burner.
That would be good post-game content, but I don't think that is the actual post-game content. We might see some of that post-game content tonight, depending on how long this takes. This might be particularly short for this final server. I don't know. Hopefully it won't be as long as like that other episode where it's just one server. But I think there is one thing that we could, luxuriate on, take our time with if we choose to. And that would be Charky's Stream Snack. Tonight's Stream Snack is Alani Nu Watermelon Wave, which is one of their summer flavors. I don't know why it's in stores right now. I find that kind of weird. But, whatever, I have it. I've had it before. It's alright. It's a little bit of a kind of a sour watermelon, if I'm being honest. But it's still watermelon. It's not that bad. Johnny. Oh, actually, no. Cass. I should go with Cass first. Cass, what are you having?
I'm drinking that holiday creamy vanilla Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Since I still got some of that left. And, it's like vanilla Coke. That's all I got. It just tastes like vanilla Coke. I cannot tell the difference between these two.
I think, in my recollection of vanilla Coke, that the holiday one tastes like an ice cream float with vanilla Coke. Like, what's left over after the ice cream is gone.
Sure, I can see that. Maybe if I'm trying to put my mind to it, pretend like it's a little creamier, or just, convince myself in some sort of, placebo way, I can see that. But I'm sure if I just had, a blind taste test, you pour 2 cups, one's vanilla Coke, one's creamy vanilla Coke, I ain't going to be able to tell the difference. I'm convinced.
I feel like it's less that it's creamy, because creamy is sort of a adjective to describe, a texture or a mouthfeel, really. I would say it's just more like vanilla forward. Maybe with a bit more, maybe with a little bit of a milk taste to it. It's good, but vanilla Coke is also good. Johnny, what are you having?
Yes, I'm doing 2 drinks again. I have a double chocolate mocha, and also just have a mango passion fruit juice drink. Just been drinking a lot of water to recover and need something that tastes a bit different today. And I had quite a heavy dinner though, so I've just got something small. I've got this Skinny Dream Rocky Road, less than 85 calories. And that's it for me today.
So 84 calories. I assume if anything says less than or more than in a very specific number, That number is 1 plus or 1 minus.
Yeah, very often.
All right. Well, I think that might do it for the stream snack then. Bit of a short one, but hopefully this will be a relatively short night, all things considered. We'll see as we move to that 4x3.
We'll find ways to drag it out.
Yeah.
I already know that you already got one in mind.
Well, let's see what we got here. Bring that up. Alright, so where we last left off in Virtua Quest, we found out that Judgment 6 was kidnapping hunters and brainwashing them to join their side. What their plan was seems to be twofold. I think they want to rob a bank, but they also want to just break into the core system of the island that we're on, which I've already forgotten the name of, and destroy the servers. By sending in so many hunters at once, it basically DDoSes the island, and they get
When
through.
you say island, the island is, I think, more than an island. I think it's like an entire continent.
It's a nation. It's like it's a floating nation that is built like artificially.
It's like the only prosperous nation in this future.
Yes.
That's apparently dystopian.
And the island is only kept afloat by a server controlling like water regulation, and if that goes down, that is the only thing keeping this island afloat. No safeguards, no backups, one server. So,
always good to trust technology completely for everything.
It's vibe architecture, you know. So if we don't stop them, then the island crashes, and then every nation on Earth is going to go in for the power vacuum to try and get all the resources that our one island has. I really cannot remember the name of our island.
And then people won't be able to log into the Nexus and play their favorite game.
And the bike race is tomorrow! Alright. So I think there's nothing left but to show off that I did do a little bit off stream, actually.
You said you didn't.
I took off one attack drive, and I put on Synapse High Raid. So we'll recover SP faster. We just have like one less attack in our chain, but we're at the point where enemies either can't be juggled or immediately jump out of juggles. So who cares? The important thing is I didn't do any grinding off stream. All I had to do is switch out some stuff and rearrange. Alright, with all that being said, let's go to the main server. The main computer for Acropolis, that's what I thought it was. Municipal Management.
I am Headful says, imagine that Air Bike Race is actually playable. What if the action climax of this game comes down to a pivotal air bike sequence where we have to race to the core?
And then it's like a updated version of Hang On.
Or those bad sections from Knights of the Old Republic.
I'm thinking of keeping it in line with like Sega nostalgia, right?
Yeah, that'd be
the worst possible outcome.
This doesn't look like a shopping center at all. Feels fucked up that we can just get in here. You must stop Moon before he can get away with skiing. Have we ever learned that that guy's name is Moon, the one for the mask?
Oh, we must have, right?
I don't remember anyone ever saying his name.
No game audio for the folk at home.
Oh, no game audio? You should have game audio now. Odd. Okay. So you can see I took off some of my SP bar there.
You missed a lot of whooshing sounds when we entered the server.
So you can see how fast that builds up now. Right, I need to remember how to play this because I'm getting my ass kicked.
Do you think they'll offer a single save point in the duration of this?
I'm sure somewhere. Not soon enough, I think, because I did lose more than half my health.
Trying to keep all the plot threads together in my head. I'm not even sure if Judgment 6's plan intentionally wants to mess up the water tanks, or that's just how bad the infrastructure is on this island. That by breaking into this like digital bank, it just happens that their servers are tied together. It's like, whoops, well...
I think they want to destabilize the nation. I think that is a conscious part of the plan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because I know they also want to steal whatever's in the bank as well.
I mean, they could do both at the same time. Sink the island and plunder it.
But it's still fun. Where it's like, yeah, we've got one computer that just runs everything. Whoops.
God damn.
And then there's whatever going on with
Toka?
the toked up lady.
Yeah, I think Moon kidnapped her, right?
Yeah, that seemed to be... They were dragging her away in the last episode. So I presume we'll rescue her.
We're gonna have to load a save. Yeah, you know what? Just finish me off. There's no way I can finish this.
The cop partner, who's...
He got brainwashed, and we beat him up, and he had no backup data, so he's...
No,
might
his
be in a
partner.
coma. No, he had no backup data. He specifically said,
"Oh, yeah.
I don't have backup data. I'm going into coma."
Comatose now. Just like his partner, so that the implication is that like he's suffering the same fate that his partner did.
Yeah. But I still swear his partner is like showing up in the Nexus. Like he's pulling a Neo in Matrix
The one that looks like Sei's dad?
Yeah. I'm wondering if that wasn't intentional now and that was just
no, that's absolutely intentional.
It's just weird because like when they showed the cop in the coma, it looks exactly like that model, so
it's going to be the reason why Sei's dad is never around is because he's actually secretly the one in the coma. Or something stupid like that.
Kojima. Okay.
It's gonna be like, sorry I couldn't come home, son. I was comatose. But rather than just telling you that, I devised an elaborate scheme with an artificial intelligence to pretend to be me.
Yeah, because presumably, they've not said it, but I'm assuming it's the dad's fault that you're digi-destined or whatever, that you're able to use the Virtua Souls.
Alright, let's try this.
No, I don't think that's really going to be fully explained, like why that was even able to give you that control or whatever.
It's going to be some highly irresponsible shit, like I programmed my son to be the only one who can use the Virtua Souls to save the day. And then, the first question on Sei's mind when he gets to talk to his dad again should be, hey dad, why'd you send a kid in to like save the world? Why'd you put all this on me?
Why are these guys kicking my ass so hard?
Schoolwork.
Well, son, I knew you were excited for that bike race, but I've seen you drive, so I need to distract you.
This was for your own good. This was somehow safer to send you into this like combat scenario.
Either way, he is complicit in sending Sei that way, because he was talking to Toka saying, yes, absolutely, he is the one to do this.
I know it's been referenced before, by me, specifically, multiple times during this playthrough, but Dot Hack. How about that Dot Hack? Have either of you seen Dot Hack?
No, never saw it, never played the PS2 games. I think I did mention that I saw them on shelves back in GameStops back in the day, but I never felt I had the time to play a multi-game RPG series like that.
Yeah, I think I read previews on them in my PS2 magazine back in the day.
Well, forget about the games. Forget about the PS2 games. Because they're whatever. I mean, I have, like, decent memories of them. I'm sure they don't hold up. Or at least they wouldn't to me in modern day. But Dot Hack signed the anime.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen it, so...
Yeah, I know. I was just going to say, pretty good. Still holds up. And is easily the best to ever do this logging into the virtual world and getting stuck there concept. Because boy howdy, that Sword Art Online sucks.
Yeah.
That shit's lame as hell. .hack, cool as hell.
I think I remember hearing.
It also
like,
helps that the entire anime is also a gender allegory, so you know that always piques my interest. It's also by B-Train, the production house B-Train, who are responsible for my all-time favorite anime in noir. So many points of entry for me.
I'm not going to get into it because of monetization reasons, but I'm pretty sure, like, I remember hearing the original Sword Art, like, light novel had, like, one of the most awkwardly written sex scenes of all time.
Could it be any
That
more
wouldn't
awkward than
surprise
the
me.
sex scenes in Ready Player One, though?
Oh, I didn't even know there was sex scenes already. What?
I'm fairly certain there are, aren't there?
Yeah, he fucks the Iron Giant.
Or maybe I'm just thinking of like general like attempts at writing romance, but the author
There's
Ernest
definitely
Cline,
that, yeah.
right? He just can't help himself but like insert like references into that.
But yeah, I've heard some tales of where some of Sword Art Online's writing goes, so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what it was. I was staying at a friend's place, and it wasn't. I don't think it was the actual anime, but it was like when they edit the anime into a shorter like movie. So it kind of just jumps around the timeline, and that's what I watched. And it was a bit like, it was just was my reaction.
I think
I remember
this is my only
having
course of action is to run
away.
until my SP refills all the way.
No.
Hey, it's a strategy. I remember downloading. I was looking for novelty alarm apps for my phone, and I remember there was like this anime girl alarm app, and then she would wake you up, and then she would tell you the news stories of the day and the weather and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, I'll give this a shot. You know, I didn't get super into it. It didn't really like help me wake up any easier in the mornings. And then later I discovered, oh, this is like the Sword Art Online girl, I guess. And that did not really impact my opinion of it one way or the other because I'd already uninstalled it by that point. But they were not forward in the app description about that being a Sword Art Online thing. It was just like very generic, like wake up with Asuna, or I think her name was Asuna. Asuna.
That sounds right, yeah.
Slime Generator says, I've read Ernest Cline's Nerd Porn Auteur, and based off of that, I know his shit's gotta be sexy. Carmen says, yeah, I've never really read Ready Player One, but I'm not sure there's sex scenes, Cass. Well, clearly you haven't seen the Steven Spielberg adaptation, which has a 15 minutes hardcore sex scene right in the middle of it. Thought it was very inappropriate for a PG movie, but, you know, Steven has that sway in Hollywood. What's going on here?
Forward?
Oh, this perspective is wretched. Yeah, you have to use the minimap in the top right. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, that's just what cyberspace is like. It's trippy.
Because I always
Save
forget.
state.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I always forget which
Shift-
button it is, so
It's
Shift
Shift
F1?
F1.
double check. Shift F1, yes. Alright. And just pop
Hey,
up a save
hey.
station here.
Do you think you're going to fight on the elevator? Do you think the elevator's
No.
going to be like a fight?
No, that's not a...
Ooh.
What?
Now we're in the Arsenal gear.
Is this the elevator?
We've entered the honeycomb dimension.
No, the text was saying like there's 3 terminals, so you need to do like 3 fights and
Oh.
then.
Oh, boss refights.
Oh! Boss rush time.
Boss rush
Yep.
with no health pickups in the arena. Like, the bosses all had health pickups in their
Oh,
arenas.
jeez.
Not this
Yeah.
one.
Hopefully they have way reduced health.
Doesn't look like it.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Only 3 boss refights? There are more than 3 bosses.
Well, the other two will pop up later. for the total of 5, right? I think it was 5, maybe 6.
5, essentially, yeah. Oh, God.
Let's go.
They better give you some form of relief between these fights. It'd be so fucked up if they didn't in this children's game.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm checking the long play just in case. Yes, you do heal after the boss fight.
Okay, so like a full heal, or...
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah! Oh, I love to see it.
Oh, if I can get him in that pattern again.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, this shit again.
Let's go. This is the end for you.
One hit is death right now.
Don't try to do a combo. Just do one hit, then... Yeah.
Oh, slippery little bugger, this one.
Let's go.
1 HP in a dream.
End for you.
Ah.
Yeah, you had... alright.
It was a good attempt.
Yeah. You know what? Let's see if another one's easier.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
Hopefully this isn't the one that's really hard.
I believe this is the lady with the mask.
This is the one that's really hard. No, no. Oh,
no,
the
never
first
mind.
boss. First boss. Never mind.
Oh,
This
Sonic
dude looks like the protagonist of some like fucking Sega Genesis game, upscaled to a 3D model. I don't remember which one.
He looks like he would be that, and he would be like player option number 3. Between like the normal looking... After the normal looking guy and the lady.
Oh, you know what he looks like? He looks like Captain Novolin if he was buff.
Sure.
It looks like Captain Novolin if he character fused with... Is it Botan from Ghost of the Shell?
Bato.
Yeah, Bato. Captain Butterlin.
That almost works. We'll workshop it.
Don't remember him ever doing this move in the first fight. Then again, I did sort of like completely trounce him in the first fight.
Steamroll him, like you're about to do right now. Hey, you know what none of these bosses look like? Fucking Virtua Fighter characters.
No. Because the Virtua Fighter characters are all in the past. And yes, the ninja is the closest.
Yeah, the ninja's the closest, and the masked lady at least has like the Aikido outfit.
Slime says, bro looks like Dick Entertainment, DIC.
Yeah.
Okay, not a full heal. Some sort of a heal.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was guessing with how much the heal was, but...
Still probably worth saving between fights. Maybe
is.
open up like your second save slot, Shift F2.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for this to... Actually, I'm gonna...
Fully charge. Yeah, there we go.
Wait, do I have... I don't have, like, heal over time, do I? That's not a thing. Oh, next, sorry. No. No, I don't.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the other game I think we did on stream where we were pressing spacebar to heal a lot.
Legendary?
Maybe it's one I streamed on my own. I'm not sure now.
Let's go.
When you
was
say
just like, oh,
pressing
yeah.
space, do you mean fast forwarding the
Yes.
heal? Or...
Sorry, I don't know why I said it that way. Yeah. So it might have been a PCSX2 game actually. Just remember, it's like, okay, you can heal if you just stand still in a corridor, but it takes ages, so you just end up speeding up the emulator.
Well, if we ever do Hide Light Classic, or I guess Virtual Hide Light also has that, doesn't it?
Let's go.
I don't remember. I'm supposed to be the world's leading expert on Virtual Hide Light.
I was gonna
do
say,
not
yeah.
remember if you heal over time in Virtual Hide Light. I think that might be item based. So I'm gonna read my article and remind me.
Let's go.
Oh, yep, nice, nice.
Maybe we would do Classic Hide Light, Hide Light Original.
Original,
I could do-
or NES original?
I'm thinking like I would do them back to back. I'd do like the PC-88
Hated
version.
how that fight was going.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that original version. Just
And
the
then I would
NES
do
one.
the NES version. And that would be like the prelude to Virtual Hide Light.
How long does
There's so
Hide Light
many
take to beat?
games.
Like original last highlight?
Let's go.
There are so many games that like we want to cover on the show, but I feel like they need historical context and require us to like have on the record like a playthrough of previous entries in said series.
We were talking.
Like, you know, when we
go on, but yeah, okay, you go on. I guess.
I was gonna say, like, when we did Death Crimson 2, when that got translated, I had to do Death Crimson 1 before that, right? So that people, like, knew what we were getting into, had the context for it, whatnot.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
all.
especially worked out because of how story-heavy Death Crimson 2 is.
But
Yes.
we've talked before about like the possibility of doing what you call it, this fight, of doing like Dead Space 3, and you're like, well, we need to have Dead Space 1 and 2 on record on stream first, even if they're good games. Like, I don't
Wait,
think so.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
Why would I say that's stupid? No,
Because that was back when we were starting the other project, remember?
Let's go.
No, I don't remember what the other project is.
CNC Stream Factory.
CNC? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh right, yeah.
I think in a case like that, like you're right about the historical context for stuff like Hide Light and for stuff like the Death Crimson, but I think if we were to do something like, you know, like Dead Space 3, then that might just be like a history section at the top that is also here's the story so far.
Let's go.
Yeah, that would be the way to do it, because I never need to replay Dead Space 1 or 2 ever again, I don't think. They're fine.
We also don't need to do
Oh,
it
no,
on our stream.
I like replaying the Dead Space 1 and 2 every so often.
What was I? Damn it, I've lost track of what I was going to say now in regards to this game.
Why not try the other fight?
Yeah.
Also,
Again,
I think the
I vote we should just bring a gun and shoot these people in the head.
they're gonna patch that in. It's not in the Nexus update yet.
No, there are enemies with guns. They've been shooting us.
Oh, they're
Okay, the
hackers, they're
blowjob
using
brothers.
mods.
Alright. This is fine.
Huh. Okay, well, at some point you do fight the other bosses as well.
Okay. That figures, honestly.
I completely forgot about these guys.
Yeah, as
No,
did
I'm just-
I.
Oh, no, I
I'm-
know all about these guys because their level was the one I grinded the most.
Yeah. Oh, right in the forest, weren't
Yeah.
they? Just makes me think of God Hand and the
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not even gonna say their name, but the Sentai parody group.
Yep.
They really are fun to fight. There's so many weird, unique team-up attacks. Yeah. Oh yeah,
for
Blue,
one
just
special.
watch.
Remember when
Typical
bosses could
Blue.
get juggled?
Good times.
Hey, Devil May Cry knows it's cool. They let you do it in Devil May Cry.
Keep punching him in the dick.
That was more than half of his health. He was at full health when I started that one. If the game let you
Slime
more
in
of that
chat
Power
says-
Fantasy shit, this game would be way better.
There's a lot of things that would make this game way better. I suppose that's one of them. Slime in chat says, does anyone remember when people were constantly drawing ginkas of Crazy Red from Animal Crossing on Twitter? Every one of these, or every one of those, looked like these three guys.
I had to look up what that word means.
Human version of.
Yep.
Well, what's the new word that people use to describe like favorite characters, like blupos or bingas or something like that? Blorpos?
Blorpo, but that's a specific thing. Okay, shift. Let's roll on F3. Alright.
Yeah,
Blorbo.
I'll take your word for it on that.
There's
Yeah.
Luis.
Remember when
For
he
the
used to use words for stuff instead of nonsense?
Oh, we've always been making shit up.
Yeah, I know. It's
Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save like at the start of this fight. Because this is the
just to
only thing
save
I can
this
be
access
doing.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think most of my exposure to current meme culture are people who make meme avatars in VR chat, and I watch those videos.
I was
And that's
watching.
pretty much my only exposure, because I don't have TikTok. My Blue Sky and Twitter are very curated, so I don't see much.
I was watching a Uwo's Lab video, and he was basically defending the Gen Alpha 67 meme, and his argument was like, millennials have their stupid number shit too because they had 69 and 420. And
Yeah.
you know what? I don't care about 67. Whatever. They can have their jokes. That's fine. But 69 and 420 meant things, right? They had specific meanings. 69 was a sex position, and 420 is the police code for weeds. 67
Sure,
doesn't mean anything. I'm not against 67, but you can't compare the two because it's one has meaning and the other doesn't.
I've definitely seen people take the joke, though, of intentionally getting those numbers wrong. You know, saying, oh, 69, the weed number, and stuff like that. So I could see it transgenderly related to that. The problem is I'm so conscious that what were the older generations doing when we were growing up? Oh, these darn kids and their weird jokes of ins, and I don't want to be that.
By the way, if you look up on Google.com 6-7 to look up 67, it does a effect where it does weird effects to the page for a second. What if I'm just trying to use Google as a calculator to figure out what 6 minus 7 is, then suddenly I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Is my computer broken?
I have no
Think
idea.
of the children, Google.
Let's go.
Oh, you're right
I
there.
saw a video the other day. I didn't watch it, but it was recommended to me on YouTube that Skibbity Toilet's apparently coming to an end, or word on the street is that it may be ending soon. And I wasn't aware it was still going. I thought it had, like,
Oh, the news
started,
I heard
ended.
recently is that I'm gonna blank on his name. The guy directed all those Transformer live
Michael
action
Michael
films.
Bay,
Yeah. The last story I heard is that his production company managed to trick the guy into giving away the entire rights to it,
So no, that's not actually true.
or some amount of rights. So at the very least, he's like locked out of the project.
He wasn't. The thing is, he wasn't tricked. If
Well,
I remember
trick's the
correctly,
wrong
that
word,
was.
but like he didn't do his due diligence in the contract or whatever.
I'm just saying.
Which I
from
still don't
what
know
I
how
heard,
that works, because it's a series based on stolen assets.
That's true.
It's still the weirdest thing to me.
What I'm saying is that from what I heard of that, There was. There
Block
was no.
at the beginning.
There was no amount
It's
of like.
always going to open.
This is a present from me to
There was no amount of like trickery happening. It was just like, yeah, that was like block. That was like a completely consensual like transfer of rights.
Ah.
I'm taking a drink.
I don't get how.
What is even the
how
point of having a
Valve's-
block in this game if it does fuck all?
Yeah, when I briefly took over last episode, I remember trying to block and thinking, does it seem to be working? Am I pressing the right button?
Hey, you know what game is really important to block in? Virtua Fighter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ironically,
Also,
it
thank
works.
you, Robin the MB, for the resubscribe.
Ironically, it works best against bullets, but it's also better to just dodge the bullets because they're so slow.
It probably came up in the original version of this boss fight, but this is just reminding me of everything I don't like about this combat system, like the lack of the lock-on, and you know, the way the block works.
This
And
camera sucks too.
Yeah.
Hold up, I need to adjust something over here. Okay.
We'll go more
Hey.
into it at the end, but so much of this game feels like hacked together is the best way I can put it. Like the engine or the mechanics weren't built for certain stuff, and then it was put in late. Like I just think of like weird fan mods that take a game and they'll add, oh, here's a jump that was never meant to be in the game, and it just like lifts the character model up and down, like that kind of feel. Oh yes.
Now that's the move.
Yeah. Also, thankfully, we don't get damage drop off. Like the damage amount didn't decrease over time with that combo.
Alright, I figured out after getting my ass kicked a couple times that when you said to open with a block, I realized actually I should open with going to Synapse Raid.
And that's smart. So yeah, Robin in the chat asks, "This is the first time I've seen this game. So why is it related to Virtua Fighter?" I'm glad you asked.
It's not
There's
obvious.
4 episodes.
There's
you
4
can
episodes.
Catch up on.
Throw does so little damage against him.
But spoilers, this is Akira. All grown up.
He has a Benjamin Button's disease.
Yeah.
He looks younger now.
Yeah.
Don't let that fool you.
I like that. No, I like that. Akira all grown up. That's safe.
I'm a big kid now. There was this line I used to drive Carmen crazy with when we were living together, and we will be again soon. So get ready for more of this. There was this toothpaste brand that was using Little Bear as their mascot, and so they had a commercial. Remember the cartoon Little Bear?
No, actually.
So Little Bear he's a young bear, and he's brushing his teeth, and he's brushing his teeth next to this like 4-year-old kid, and the end of the commercial is him looking at the kid and saying, "And that's all you need to know." And so I would just anytime I like was finished like explaining something to Carmen, I would just say, "And that's all you need to know," and they hated it.
Let's go.
So 5 more years, Carmen. Carmen, hopefully it explains what Little Bear was. It was a cartoon on Nick Jr. about a talking bear and his dumbass animal friends. Oh, is that also where Very Good comes from? Carmen says Little Bear has really infected Cass's brain somehow. See also saying, very good. That is the same commercial, isn't it? Man, I'm just insufferable, huh? That's... Oh, that's so fucking close.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Let's go.
Didn't get as much off of that as the last one.
Let's go.
Okay, so I figured out why I was confused about the boss order from the long play. The bosses are different in the long play.
Oh. Are they playing the PS2 version or something?
No. It says GameCube in the description.
It doesn't feel like it'd be random because these are the first 3 bosses.
Let's go.
Yeah. For some reason they fight Mask Lady and the Virtual machine.
Let's go.
And
Just those
guy
two?
in suit.
Oh,
And
guy in suit.
yeah.
Oh, no, I have to fight guy in suit again? Oh, shit. Oh, jeez.
I wonder if it has anything to do with, and tell me, are they wearing the medium armor instead of the heavy armor in their playthrough?
Yes.
I don't understand how that would be a thing.
Neither do I. I'm just speculating for lack of any better explanation.
Yeah.
Slime says, the fact they made this spin-off in the first place is so stupid to me. I know what general market they were going for just based on Sei's design, but why even go for that? It's not like Virtua Fighter is inherently, like, adult. Like, as far as fighting game franchises go, no one dies, there's no blood.
It's not adult, but it is complicated.
At the same time, it's also, like, 3 buttons, so, you know, the range of inputs, I would say, makes it easier to master than the likes of, like, you know, your typical anime fighter with a billion strings.
That's also interesting about...
They did feel the need at one point to make a specifically for kids version of the game before this.
Yeah,
So.
but that is the fascinating part about Virtua Fighter is that it is actually execution-wise on the more simple side. Like, learning how to play the game versus how to be good to game, like, is very different. Like, it just, the skill ceiling is so high on Virtua Fighter.
Easy
like,
to learn, difficult to master.
Yeah. Like, the main thing with modern Virtua Fighter is just the moveset.
Oh, sorry about that.
Now.
Were you doing, like, your little rabbit kicks because you were so happy to have finally beaten that?
Yeah, I was doing binkies. Alright, I wanted to get a...
Pop off.
Yeah.
Good work. Dino Gem awarded.
Thank you. Save. Go here.
All right, let's move it. Watch it go all the way up in real time at this speed.
Oh, almost.
Oh, the elevator got stuck. Someone call.
Oh, no.
Someone call for assistance. Wait, I feel it. This thing is moving. Okay, damn it. Head for. All right.
You know, that bit just prolongs how long this has to go on for, Sharky. It's...
Yeah.
Oh, that
now
means...
we've got our elevator combat sequence we were so eager for.
No, that bit means I have, like, one less one where I have to start fighting shit again. I somehow did not get it out in time. And they hit me on the ground.
Like, I was gonna save most of my thoughts for the final thoughts section of this playthrough, but really, what a stupid idea to try and get kids interested in Virtua Fighter by making a game that plays nothing like Virtua Fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, you've
What
stolen...
a dumb, roundabout way that was never, ever going to be successful. Let's try to get kids into, I don't know, Resident Evil, and what we'll do is we'll make a game that's a real-time strategy game that really gets across the finer points of Resident Evil. It won't have any of the characters or any of the plot beats. I mean, it will in a very roundabout way. You'll meet the digital avatar of Jill Valentine, who will teach you how to shoot a gun.
And we'll put it on mobile.
It's called Resident Evil Survival Units.
I'm not allowed to do an attack because these guys will just come up from behind.
Yeah, these seem like one of the worst enemy types in this game.
I feel like they've also just made the default enemies, in addition to the bosses, harder in this section.
Well, you know, it's to encourage you to go back and grind.
Grind for what? I have everything.
Exactly. You already have all the shit. I don't know, grind harder, make even more money,
Yeah. I don't know.
and blow it all on just an infinite number of those revive power-ups.
Yeah, there's so few guide stuff out there. Maybe like the optimal build is just to put everything into defense or HP amount or something weird like that.
I mean, it would be to put it into attack and then just learn to not take damage.
There's
Sure,
a certain
just-
point, though,
there's a lot-
where it feels like a lot of damage is unavoidable.
I was about to say, yeah. This game doesn't do the Devil May Cry rule where enemies aren't able to attack you if they're off camera. In fact, they love to attack you when they're off camera.
You know, it's the one thing, the one, like, relaxation they have, the one joy they have in their lives is attacking
goddamn.
you off camera. You gotta let them have it.
Good enough. Oh, I got hit while going into it again. Bear in mind, for all of these sections, if I lose and I wasn't using save states, we do the entire level over again. So that, entire
Yeah.
level over again.
Yeah, holy
Which means all three of the mini-bosses, all the encounters leading up to it.
I will take that into account when we get to the final thing. Even though I'm not actually facing the consequences of these actions, I'm going to bear this in mind.
It's like, I swear, they're not going to give you a save point until right before the final boss.
Oh, I'm
The
sure.
way that this is going.
You are correct. I mean, I don't know in advance, but I also, in my heart, know that you're correct.
And, like, their twisted, depraved logic is surely that, well, most people only use one save file and just keep saving over it. So a kid can screw themselves by not having the right gear going into this. So really, we're doing them a favor.
I mean,
Yeah,
by
yeah,
giving them a
despite
means
they
to
have
get back to.
6 save files in this thing, though, is the thing.
Well, yeah, but this game feels like a introduction to rotating saves by forcing you to use different save slots for the mid-level and the hub stuff.
None of these guys dropped. Okay,
Yeah.
someone dropped a small health.
Yeah. So I'm watching the Leon play, see how it does combat. Doesn't really block. A lot of what you're doing, like going for the jump kick combo, and there's like one soul move they use that's like a free hit that seems to be good. I don't know if you have it.
A free hit or a 3 hit?
Free, yeah, as in 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Oh, they did get. Hang on.
Actually, yeah, that reminded me to do that spam on this guy.
Maybe they just have better luck with item drops or
Give me
something.
that thing,
'cause
please.
they're getting a decent amount of them. Okay,
be
they
using the,
must have
the
some. They
power.
must have some drop boost on because they're getting drops from almost every enemy.
There's no drop boost item, or no drop boost upgrade thing, so unless they're using a bit that has specific drop boost capabilities.
Oh right, yeah, that's probably it then.
We could change our bit to do that.
Move on, new bit.
Finally engage with that mechanic in
Yeah.
the very last, like, hours of the
much.
game. You've been saving all this food up for a feast.
Honestly, Johnny, if you were to look up what the requirements were for it, I could probably do it.
Yeah. Let me just try and figure out what their bit is. It looks like a bear.
Well, if you look at a guide, it'll tell you what each bit does.
Oh,
And presumably how to
Yeah.
get it.
Yes.
luckily we do have a bit form guide.
Yes.
God, this is miserable.
There we go. I'll mention it. So rabbit will search for important items.
Right, which I have.
Fish will attack enemies by biting them.
Just
if you
skip to
could-
the one
yes.
that heals.
I just, alright,
Yeah.
I was just letting you know about all these cool.
I'm aware of them. We have to restart the section.
Unless one of these fuckers drops health.
Nope.
Nope.
That would have been start over.
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
They could have made you start over from the very beginning of the game. They could say that you don't have any backup data. So if you die here, you die for real and have to start all over.
That would be if I never saved the game for reals.
So, I don't see one here.
You don't.
That makes Item Spawn more. There's a well form that lets you carry health items, but that's not going to be useful.
I don't think there's an upgrade. There's an upgrade that drops more money, but I don't remember there being an upgrade that drops more items.
The only one that might help you is there's one that will gradually replenish your HP, which is the dolphin.
That would be helpful between fights, at the very least.
Yeah. So they have intelligence between 30 and 39.
Mm-hmm.
Courage 20 and 29, and kindness 40 to 49.
Oh, this is gonna take a while. Alright. What courage is like 20 to something, right?
Yeah.
Start with intelligence, start with the smallest one.
I was gonna say start with the easiest one that I remember off the top of my head. Oh wait, it goes up in increments. Okay, never mind. Okay, what's the intelligence?
30 to 39.
Okay, and what's the kindness?
40 to 49.
Now bear in mind, intelligence is lowering as you're doing this.
Okay.
Oh no, is Slime gonna get me started on Tosei again? Slime in chat says, I think comparing this and Dead Rising Wii in regards to the developer, that being Tosei, is interesting to me. The Wii case being more Capcom having them be in charge of the demake of a pre-existing game, and this seems more like Sega had an idea that came from publishing for how to extend the value of the Virtua Fighter IP and reach a different type of consumer, and then commissioned out Tosei to actually do the creative legwork for that. The month of Tosei got me thinking about the politics of game development in the 2000s. If you watch episode 4 of our playthrough of Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop on the YouTube, there's like about a 30-minute stretch where I'm just talking about Tosei and Ghost developers and the role they play. So, applying that or continuing off of that in some capacity here. It's not like Tosei were the ones coming up with the design documents for these games. They were just doing what... Hey, there you go. You got your dolphin. They were just doing what Sega told them past a certain point. Sega are the ones who, would design the world, the characters, probably produce a whole bunch of, the assets. Even if it's just the concept art, even if it's just, we want it to look like this. And then it's Tosei's job to implement that. And, as far as, we want the game to play like this, to be one of these with levels that play out in this way, and then it's just Tosei's job to implement that. So you can definitely fault elements of the execution that would be on them, so to speak, that would reflect on here's how they saw best to do this. Here's the way that they would implement this style of fighting game, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, if there was, a directive to put platforming into this, put dog shit platforming into this, that was a Sega call, and it was Tosei's job to put that in. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
So ultimately, it's not to say that Tosei is blameless in this, and budget certainly has an impact on their output. They're only as good as they are paid to be, for as much time and money as they're given. So maybe Sega really lowballed them on this one. Yeah. Who's to say?
Okay.
No, so while I've briefly looked up to the credits, it does appear that Sega AM2 were the main directive, designers, and Tosei would just do the assets, do the groundwork, kind of thing.
So I'm realizing that the dolphin doesn't continuously restore HP. It's just at certain points it'll go HP recovery and give you a little. Keyword is a little.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
If 5 tokes off their HP pipe is enough to let you survive one more hit that you wouldn't have previously, that still counts for something.
Yep. The problem now
the
is
guy
that
does mention the well form is arguably the best because of storing items, but I figure at this late stage it probably would not be good.
right, because that means if to store an item, I would have to be at full health when that item popped up. And that is not something that has happened commonly right now. The downside is since I don't have Rabbit anymore, I'm not going to know when there's a hidden item in the area I'm in. I'm going to just save right now, actually.
I think we'll live, Sharky. I think we'll be fine.
I'll save. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
For now.
The thing is that there is a item. If I want to get the Hunter badge, then there is an item that I absolutely need. But I have a hunch that this might be a linear ass place that like I won't miss anything or have the opportunity to miss anything.
Robin is in chat. Robin the enemy is discovering VF Kids, a game we talked about earlier tonight. And
a game we
played.
played.
Was it the last Virtua? Was it the last Fight Night?
Last Fight Night, yeah.
Yes, it was a weird one.
Yeah, it's just chipified VF2 with a easier combo system in, but again, just like hideous graphics.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny
Chipmunk
is
voices.
that there's another fighting game that did the exact same thing, where it has an SD mode in it. It's Flying Dragon for the N64, which is, I think, a sequel to like a Flying Edge series of fighting games from the arcades and elsewhere.
So
And they brought it to N64.
I thought you were going to say that Battle Arena Toshinden game that was also done like that.
But yeah, in the case of Flying Dragon, what they actually did a little more. So you get the N64 game, and it has 2 games within it. It has, you know, the latest Flying Dragon with, you know, the character models you expect. It's like a bad Virtua Fighter, funnily enough. And then they have the kids mode, or the SD mode, which is the super deformed models. Everyone looks chibi. It's the same roster, but kidified. And then there's also like an element where you can grind gear to improve your stats. So like they're adding like some extra element to it, so you can like sort of overcome stat deficiency and just buff your character in whatever way.
Oh, you know, just yesterday, from the day that we're playing this right now, Gal Winquote put up a new video on the 3D fighter game Sega made before Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, that would be like Coliseum and what, Dark Edge?
Dark Edge, yep.
Hey, save point. Imagine you beat that elevator section and that thing hit you and you
You
die.
just get one hit by that wall.
Right by the save point. Like you die and you see your body fly by the save point.
This is just like the laser wall from the Resident Evil movie.
This is really hard
Most
to parse.
impenetrable security system.
Oh, okay. That's easier than it looks. Yeah, all you'd have to do is lie down, crawl on your belly. Just our Proclag doesn't wanna. I recognize that silver lady.
Wait, did they introduce an obstacle between the save point and the boss just so I take damage before the boss?
You really don't know when to give up, do you?
Where's Toka?
She's right here.
Called
She's
it.
gone back to her original form. Isn't she just beautiful?
Toka, is that you?
Yes, she, this Dural, is our greatest masterpiece.
It can't be!
Toka is equipped with the Dural Epsilon software that we developed. Many hunters have fallen before her might. She
Love his hand gestures.
is a spectacular work of art.
You scum! You brainwashed her!
Why don't you reintroduce yourself? Now, If you'll please excuse me, I'm terribly busy.
I am Emperor.
I am. Yeah, so I called this one, huh?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, someone had to be Dural in this game. It was probably gonna be the creepy little girl who talked like a robot and had a scene where they're like, "Oh no, I'm reverting into my original form." Whoa!
Did she say that? I didn't remember.
It was that cutscene where she was getting a headache in the middle of conversation, and I think the implication was that she was about to transform back into Dural.
All right, I don't remember her saying that. Oh no, I'm turning back into.
It was something like that. It was something like, it's gonna come out of me, or it was
I'm
an
on my
implication that
evil
she was
arc.
about to transform. Yeah. Wow, Dural ain't shit in this.
You know
Watch
what?
this
I
be
will
the
say though.
easiest fights. Yeah.
I will say this is the first time in this game that we've actually had within the game and not in the Virtua Soul thing, a Virtua Fighter character.
That's true. I mean, granted, this is not Kage-Maru's mom. This is a different Dural.
Ow! You punched me. Shit. It hurt. Oh, let me take this paint off. Shit. God, it's me. Why'd you do that?
There's no time. Say,
Kill me.
you have to listen.
Toka? It really is you. What's going on?
The Syndicate abducted and brainwashed me. To be compatible with their Dural program.
Okay, so she wasn't always Dural.
How could they do such a thing?
What? Did you just do a DX chop?
Reality and Nexus was split into two.
Make some noise!
There's a part of me that's Dural. And another part of me that's Toka. But both of them are still me.
But you fought back, Toka.
But every day, the Dural persona got stronger and stronger. Meanwhile, the Toka part of me just kept getting weaker.
This like I'm
Way
weak
to delete the Dural persona?
Originally,
pose she's trying to do is weird.
without either half, I will cease to be.
What can I do?
What can I do?
Back my Dural persona. Use that chance to defeat me. The Dural part of me. Doing that will get rid of the brainwashing.
You have to save me, say. Kick me in the head more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you have to
Hurt
kick
me
me back in the
more,
head.
say.
But then I'll never see you again, Toka.
Say, I'm truly sorry. I forced you into all of
Slime
this.
Generator says Dural won the argument.
I'll never forget you.
Check out our Lord of the Rings Gollum playthrough. Oh no. I'm going sicko mode again. What do you think? Full health back or back at half health that we left her off at?
Still at half health.
Yeah.
But she might be harder now. Might be faster.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I can knock her out of whatever that thing she was about to do was. tracking on that was wild. See, the thing is, I would have thought she'd be, and she kind of is, but I would have thought she'd be easier after saying, like, hey, I'll hold back the Dural part of me for this fight. Oh, she still hits hard. Yeah, blocking didn't do much.
Goodbye, my friend. And with a kick, I die.
Is this a foot I see before me, the handle towards my hand?
Thank you, Sei. I've been saved. Now, hurry. You have to go after Moon.
Toka.
There's no time. You have to stop him now.
Oh, give me a Dark Soul with Light
Go
moment,
and
please.
save Acropolis.
Give me a what am I fighting for?
Toka!
Sei.
Toka!
What am I fighting for?
I knew one of us was going to do it.
Her keychain. I'll keep this as a memento.
Oh. So you ran too fast. The camera missed you.
I've placed such an awful responsibility on you. Leave the rest to me.
I play this
Yeah,
game
about
now?
time you do fucking something. It's
Well, now that there's a dead kid here, maybe I should do something. Just gonna...
Alright, where's the trap in this room?
Oh, so if I wanted to, I could heal like this. Granted, I can
Heal
just
the
go
hard
here.
way.
What? What if that corrupted my save, doing a dash while I tried to... Alright. Oh, I'm getting...
Other
back.
way.
I know, I'm looking in this room. I still need a 3-star jump ability, and I'm worried about the fact that I don't have one. And I don't think I'm going to get one here.
No, it's worse kind of worse. I definitely got guides to help with that.
I see. You've defeated her. Still, her Dural programming was far from being complete. I just needed her to buy me some time. Besides, she can always be replaced. I'm sure the next one will be better.
Toka is Toka. Nobody can ever take her place.
Even so, thanks to her, I've got the precious time I needed.
Also, you sitting there and being polite to have this conversation with
Water
me,
tanks
giving me
have
time.
discharged their contents. Acropolis is doomed.
Then I'll defeat you and save Acropolis myself.
Know your place, boy. It's only a matter of time before the tanks empty themselves. Until then, I shall be your opponent.
What if they bring him back for Fighter 6? Final boss?
True Puppet Master.
but a young him, right?
Yeah. Timelines and all that.
I would love to... Who's the guy in charge of Virtua Fighter series?
I don't know if there is a guy.
There's no, like, overarching director. Well, I'd love to ask someone at
Well,
Sega.
probably right now. It was originally,
Yu Suzuki original, right?
Yu Suzuki, yeah.
Regardless, I'd like to ask someone at Sega if this game is canonical. Because, you know, why not? It could be. Like, this takes place in the far future. It doesn't affect the timeline of the games.
Doesn't affect anything.
Are you gonna first try this? Like
no, he's
nothing?
gonna have a second phase.
Yeah.
Imagine if he doesn't. Whoops, turns out I'm not actually good at fighting. I never tried.
Oh, I was hoping to juggle him.
I should have done some sparring beforehand to see how good I was.
Never did have to fight those other bosses. And then just die? Ah. Of course. Pause. Save state.
Oh, hey, look, they remembered how to do a lock-on camera.
Oh, yeah, wait. Why
I love when
now?
I love when games figure out how to do mechanics halfway through again.
Or in this case, at the very end.
Yeah.
So is this
It's
just
weird.
that guy from Street Fighter 3?
Gil?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devour. Our.
No, you're
guy.
thinking Nikali from 5.
Ah,
No, this is like a weird mix of Gil and Urian.
oh, Gil. Okay, yeah.
Ow.
It's like they forgot what fighting game franchise this was meant to tie into for a second.
We're Capcom,
So
right?
where's
We're
this design? Like, what is this supposed to be?
Like a godly form.
I don't get that from it.
Nah, I see it. It's the glowy, the nude, more or less. Floaty hair.
Sure, but his hair also looks like weird tree roots.
Sure.
Like natted.
Nature
all
god.
natted up and dirty.
I mean, you weren't that far off the mark either with Nikali. Because he is
Yeah.
supposed to be like a war god.
Ah, what if they bring this guy back for War Gods too?
Oh.
The crossover of the century.
Not want to take damage at that point?
Good news, we secured that crossover with Virtua Fighter. Now the bad news, we can only get one character.
Can I knock him out of this if I'm invincible? I can get him to stop.
Stop.
Problem is, he takes barely any damage. And I take a lot of damage if I get hit.
Yeah. I'm just looking at design. I'm just trying to think. Okay, so why did this character change this way? Why has he got a pink hand now?
Oh,
Why
it's
has he got,
because
like-
he looks cool. That's it.
This is just. Oh, good. You know the thing in the Matrix where you have your ideal, your idolized self, and you enter the Matrix. This is his.
The thing to remember, this all takes place in a digital world, too. Like, none of this matters.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of, like, actual physical condition. Like, what's gonna happen is you'll knock him out, then he'll get logged out of his little thing. Granted, you
think
won't have
he
the
just-
memories, but
do you think
I'm sure you
he'll,
can figure
like,
it out.
Do you think he'll just, like, be like, oh no, I forgot to make a backup. Shit. Now I'm gonna go in a coma. You think I would have planned for this?
Well, my assumption is that once you fix whatever thing he did here, everyone who's comatose will magically wake from their coma. So you'll see, what's his face again? You'll see your dad again.
Shot? I don't think our dad's
that-
in a coma. Like, that's...
I'm telling you, your dad is the ex-cop guy that was partners with the other guy who's now in a coma.
Okay, but our dad
I called the Dural twist. I'm calling this one.
I'm just saying our dad is explicitly someone who works on the Nexus. Like, that is his job.
Does it matter?
Oh, big boy.
Oh no!
Oh, come on.
Why don't you just do this from the beginning, dude? If this was your... I have a special ability to grow
keep
big
swinging
when I
around.
get my ass kicked for a while.
Alright, so attacking directly won't do
Right,
anything. You
which
gotta
I'm
find a
not
weak
doing
point.
any attack. It's just that when he does that stomp move, I get stunned.
That's gonna be his weak point.
Also, we had decently cool
Oh god, that was scary
music
for
for a while. And now we've got like really cheap sounding MIDI like synth music. It's like, oh yeah, we had the kind of fighting game boss music, and now we've got Hero's Journey at the start of a PS1 RPG.
Slime is predicting that the twist will actually be that every Virtua Fighter is your dad. Okay, so you gotta use your hook on him while
Yep.
he's in midair.
I gotta wait for the thing to stop freezing. Oh,
Oh, this does not look like a fun phase of the fight.
That implies the existence of the other phases being fun.
you can do the thing again?
True,
Yep.
true. Definitely the least fun phase. I can't get over this music. It's just... It's so ill-fitting.
This is now an instance in where the lock-on camera is
A
detrimental.
hindrance.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how? How would this game have controlled if the whip wasn't on the C-stick? Yep, open up his weak point, alright. Also, fun fact, like, bosses where you can't hit them until you do their weak point like this, not a fan of them. At least he fights you one-on-one, but still. It's like, this is no longer a boss fight, this is just a puzzle.
And not a particularly good one at that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Ah, no.
You'll get him this time.
Yeah.
Which file was it?
But we don't know that. Just keep pressing F1 buttons till you...
Nope.
Not that one!
Nope. There we go.
Saving the audience and yourself time.
This level had 2 saves. You realize that? I didn't think they were going to be that generous.
Yeah.
Yeah, our cup runneth over. Now,
I was... Oh, go ahead.
wouldn't it have made more sense for this guy to become Dural, for this to be a Dural form?
Well, Dural's always a lady, so...
Yeah, I mean, this game doesn't give a fuck about Virtua Fighter canon, so...
Also,
I
you know,
mean,
you could
it
have just
kinda
made this
cares-
character a lady.
I'm sorry, it
If you
kind of
wanted to that
cares
go
the
about.
most about Virtua Fighter canon because it actually has the backstory for all the Virtua Fighter characters.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You know what I mean. They could have changed
it's-
whatever shit they wanted to change. They could have say like, I
it's-
changed the Dural formula, so now it works on me.
You know what? Fuck that.
And no one would have batted an eye because no one would have made it this far in the game because everyone would have given up after the first Hunter test where you have to do dog shit platforming. Now, wouldn't it have been awesome if this entire boss fight also had a timer going off the entire time? Time until water tanks drain
Yeah,
and Metropolis is fucked?
I kind of assumed that was actually what was going to be happening.
Worked for Metal Gear Solid 3, why wouldn't it work for this?
Yeah, I think
really
there's a certain
need-
point. Oh,
Do we need the text pop up every time your HP recovers? Does Bit need to let you know? Can't we just get the sound cue or just like take it on faith that our health is recharging at a set interval?
I prefer this, actually. It helps me because I'm getting lost in the sound of like the game itself at this point. Don't throw him. That
and
recovers his
because
health.
Yep. Oh, yeah, he is a skill.
Alright, so if you try to throw him, he just recovers his health.
That's good to know. So let me pose this question. What genre of game should a Virtua Fighter spin off, if not a fighting game, if they were for whatever reason fucking committed to, all right, we got to expand the Virtua Fighter franchise into another genre, divide and conquer? What genre would have worked better than this bad 3D brawler platformer?
Yakuza-like.
Yeah. Something like a Yakuza, or just gone whole hog into the beat 'em up stuff, but kept the feel of Virtua Fighter. I what Shenmue did for its combat.
Like, you know, the beat 'em up thing is like the obvious answer, and that's what my first thought was. But then, like, yeah, you know what, a Yakuza where you can like wander around an area, get into fights with like mooks, have side story missions, have like your main mission. That's probably like your best bet, and it's the same studio, I think, right? No, it's not.
Ryo no Gotoka, or yeah,
I think they're running
making a
off
new
the same
Virtua
tech.
Fighter.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
think that the new Yakuza games,
Oh yeah.
or the new Virtua Fighter, is being worked on by the Yakuza team,
Okay.
by Ryu.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
there
the
you
Dragon
go.
Team.
You know, the Yakuza team has its origins in like Smilebit and Hitmaker. A lot of those studios that made, you know, the little ones they had all got merged around 2004, 2005. So that's like the Jet Set Radio, Panzer Dragoon, Crazy Taxi. It's all them came together, and that's what made Yakuza.
Wow, it's almost like those Yakuza games have a lot of like top tier talent working for
Oh, yeah.
them. That Sega should probably just like let them do everything, but also give them time to do it. Also give them time between games, and don't just like, you know, crunch them to
Yeah.
death or whatever. But
Oh yeah, I do worry just how I do not. I love the Yakuzas, but I do not keep up with it because there's so much.
there's also like the too much of a good thing where, you know, you finish one Yakuza game and like the idea of marathoning those, playing them back to back, seems like some sort of like nightmare to me.
I can sometimes, but then afterwards it'll be like, okay, now I'll have to wait a couple years, and I'm in that couple years period right now.
So I'm looking to chat for answers to our question, to our query, our queest that we posed. I'm getting, Carmen says, Virtua Fighter Flight Sim. That's one letter removed from fighting, a flighting game. That could work. Sega, if you're listening. Slime suggests Virtua Fighter Dance. Oh, that would be good. They can, instead of like, you know, you're not dancing, you're doing martial arts by pressing your feet against the up, down, left, and right arrows on the floor. A Virtua Fighter rhythm game. It could work. It could happen. Robin the NB suggests an action fighting game where you play as Kage the Ninja, some sort of Kage side story. Well, then at that point, just bring back Shinobi, right? Again, for the third time. And Pro Striker 92 says Virtua Fighter the VR fights. should have been a Virtua Fighter for Connect.
I mean, heck, well, I don't know what's going on because I still have not done any research into those supposed Shenmue 4 leaks. But one big fix they could do over Shenmue 3 is bring the old combat back, maybe. Not even maybe, just do it.
Just in focus mode now, trying to beat this
Oh, yeah,
stupid
Yeah,
thing.
do what you gotta do.
Ah,
I'm just trying to think
okay.
of ways to fill the air. So don't mind me.
Okay, Robin Envy confirmed something I didn't know, but I suspected is that some of the guys behind the older Yakuza games are doing that Gan of Dragon game that's got the Korean actor Ma Don-sok. I know him from Train to Busan. He's like the toughest guy in the crew. Yep, that's cool.
You know, Slime has a good point. If they ever totally run out of ideas, they can stop the facade and just make Real Fighter finally.
Yeah.
No, that's not a thing I can do.
The guy who's like, oh, leave it up to me, is not leaving it up to him much. Not helping really.
No.
Yeah, he kind of made a
Interesting.
promise that he couldn't cash.
I like we got a little arrow so that you know where you teleported to. They're at least trying.
Well, there's an arrow, and then the camera also just shifts over that way.
Yeah.
What if in the, you know, you beat this phase, and then he transforms into something else, and then old man Akira comes out from the shadows, and he's like, "Let me take care of this, Junior."
Which would then
And,
imply that Old Man Akira is in a VR headset himself, and also chose to be an old man instead of his younger self.
That's
gonna
all we
die.
cut to.
Here.
We cut to the outside world, and old man Akira is like looking at the server, the main server for the Nexus, and he just does like the back attack. He just Tosuken and just destroys the whole thing. So there we go. That'll take care of it.
Can he hit me while I'm doing this?
Can't hack what ain't broke.
Yes, he can.
What's a good fact-finding mission right there?
Oh, I was gonna lose that one anyway. I had no health left.
You know what I was half expecting them to do? I knew they wouldn't, but like what could have been thematically or not thematically appropriate. This game has no theme. This game has no moral or message or any like narrative through line. It's literally just the surface level plot. What could have been something they could have done as a point of interest is that the ending of the game requires, say, to log out of the game and to fight this guy in real life. And it turns out that practicing the Virtua moves, the moves he learned from the Virtua Souls, that he knows how to do them in real life now, and he becomes like as skilled as a Virtua fighter.
Yeah.
The problem is he'd also have to be this physically fit in real life.
So, this is something I've only heard about secondhand, but something I think is interesting that I heard Sword Online did is that one of the storylines ends with the main guy confronting the villain outside of VR, and they're both just like nerdy weak in their own different ways, because the main character is just like a nerdy skinny teenager and the main villain was just like an old guy. So, you know, you go from, you know, the video game anime fights to just like two scrawny dudes fighting each other in a parking lot. This is a nice twist on things. It's just you have to deal with the rest of the story for that. Nice, nice. I know if you want to get to the point where you're safety saving at this point, kind of thing.
I'm bearing in mind what my health is. If it's at a certain point, then I don't want to.
I would say if you get the boss down to his next phase where he starts beginning, and you have more than half health, that would be a good safety save situation.
Yep, that was my plan.
Nice. Yeah, made him purple.
Or even after this string, this would be a good safety save, honestly.
I'm not so sure, but okay. I have multiple
Do it on a different
slots.
slot. Like, do it like on a slot 4 or whatever. Just to have it. I think this will come in handy.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, you
That was
got
different
dolphin
message.
power for that.
Right.
And
so-
it gave you HP and SP.
Yeah, it looks like there's a random chance that you get SP back too. Now, Dolphin's pretty good, I guess. Uh-oh.
Yeah, take that, cat. Finally showed you Dolphin is the best.
I'm not going to do a safety save with this amount of health, but I'm pretty
No,
close
you don't
to
have
that.
to, because you're so close to that phase
Yeah.
with more than half health already on the other save file.
Cool. That was the escape. That was doing the escape. Put me right into his attack. You also can't jump to avoid.
This part looks so broken.
And slowly swing around. Alright, I thought he had some sort of recovery there. Guess not. No, he falls out of that combo.
Yeah, we did a pretty decent chunk of damage to him still before that. I think
Get
from
up
here you
there.
can 3-cycle him.
Give me this. Say something. I don't know, someone else say something nice. I'm busy.
Okay, say something nice. Oh dear. I'm trying to think of. You know what?
Alright,
We finally
I've found
got a
fucking-
level that represented cyberspace in a story about cyberspace.
Sure.
At least they didn't make a realistic-looking municipal building for the final level.
I was gonna say it's nice that they're homaging the Mattel Hyperscan with this graphic on the ground, the red rings
Yeah.
here.
I was gonna say, I guess they're finally doing something different.
Oh yeah, one more cycle. Sure, you got this.
It's nice that Dolphin is reminding you of the mechanic you've already had to have, like, you know, picked up by this point.
You know,
Are you
got
done for your
really bad
attacks?
short-term memory.
Yeah, imagine the main character from Memento having to try to beat this
Yeah.
game.
Just keep swimming. Hell yeah!
Phase 3.
I'm gonna assume I can go
time.
get a drink right now. Actually, you know what? I'll wait till
You can, but
credits.
you'll miss the ending. So it's like, oh yeah, this thing.
I know how to use this.
Oh yeah, this reminds me. I watched Minority Report, the movie that inspired modern UI design. The controls for UI in that look horrible, with the stupid gloves. It's like the worst way to control a computer I've ever seen.
Wasn't he wearing clothes earlier?
He got so big they tore off. It's like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Pants are fine.
But yes, the stretchy pants, yeah.
Or maybe they're robot legs.
Well done. You've won this time. But next time, you won't be so lucky.
You plan to continue on this path?
Conflict and war are a part of human nature. I merely encourage mankind on this path.
I'm the good guy, you see.
Then I'll keep stopping you each step of the way.
Such determination. Well then, I look forward.
Never mind.
We meet again.
I guess I'm gonna explode.
I've got to stop.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, what is going on? Is it,
Not at the finish line, game.
It's no good. It won't stop. Oh, what do I do? Bit? Hayami? Toka?
Say! Can you hear me? Say!
Hayami? I can't turn it off. What do I do?
Unplug it.
Say, it's too late! You've got to log out of there! Hurry, or you'll get caught in the server crash!
But then Acropolis will...
If you don't log out now, then you'll be stuck in Nexus forever!
Why?
No!
My greatest dream come true?
Listen,
What do I do?
you're right.
Say, I'll take over from here.
Raud? Who are you?
Ah!
Dad?
What if he tried?
can I call him? Or can I fucking call him?
So strong.
What if Dad tried to hide his identity by spelling his name backwards
Is it really
as Dad?
I've done something unforgivable, Say. I worked at Judgment 6's research facility, finding ways to enhance people's abilities while in Nexus. That's how
Dramatic pause.
Virtua Souls were developed. It was when I learned that Virtua Souls were going to be used to destroy Acropolis that I realized what Judgment 6's intentions were. So I contacted the authorities, including Raud, and I offered them inside information in exchange for helping get me and Toka out. However, Toka's duralization had progressed much farther than I'd thought. Right before we were about to escape, she went berserk, and Judgment 6 discovered our secret plan. With Raud's help, I was able to get out with the Virtua Souls, but unfortunately, Judgment 6 got to him.
Dad, you work for Judgment 6?
Yes, and I had a hand in their plan. And I'm also responsible for what they turned Toka into. But I couldn't let their plan continue any longer. My last hope at redemption was to send you that hunter's glove.
This hunter's glove?
Yes. I hid that glove as I fled. It alone has the power to find virtuous souls and the ability to draw upon their power. After I sent that glove to you, I escaped from Judgment 6 and went into hiding. However, I knew that asking you to stop their plans alone was too much, and so
Hey, Dad, keep typing.
I took Raud's form and came back to Nexus.
I see.
Say, everybody makes mistakes. But if you realize those mistakes, it's possible to go back and make up for them.
If you do a little terrorism, you can make up for it.
Master code. Log out target. Say.
Command
Listen,
confirmed.
Dolphin can't handle running this game and being my bit at the same time.
I don't want to log out.
So,
Master code.
unfortunately.
But I don't want to log out, Dad.
Overridden.
Dad, what are you doing?
Ayami said
Let
I
me
could
play-
stay in the Nexus forever.
There's
Yeah,
a
5 more minutes, Dad, please.
server from crashing. The only chance to save Acropolis is to transfer this server's command functions to a different server. The crash is going to happen any second. Goodbye, son.
I think that's what everyone on Blue Sky is hoping for.
Logging out.
Crash is gonna happen any second now.
Dad!
The hyphen.
Say.
That's a beautiful line read there.
Oh god, I gotta go use the bathroom. How long I've been sitting there?
Dad! Where's my dad?
I don't know. I can't access the main server. Maybe it's crashed.
No, that can't be right. Look, Acropolis is fine.
Are you not listening?
Just before the server went down, he switched the functionality to a different server.
Then my dad is... I will find him. His consciousness has to be out there in Nexus somewhere.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I'll help you out. Just leave the information gathering to me.
Slime says my dad has lost media.
Alright, well, you heard them. We got more gameplay.
Looks like the data chips are in the building next door.
How are we gonna get in?
Wait a second. I'm checking.
Don't tell me I actually have to play more
Looks
of
like
this
we
right
can get
now.
in from a window on the 3rd floor.
Do I actually? Oh my god.
Company!
Yeah, I like this is just the halfway mark. It's like Okami. Where you beat that boss and then they say, oh, actually, this is only half the game.
Oh, no. Thank god.
Wow! Way to go!
Well,
At this rate, we'll find your father in no time, say?
If you can punch a robot that good, we'll find your father in no time.
sure we'll find him. And after that, there's just one
Isn't
more.
that just a occupied sign he stole from a bathroom door?
Like on an airplane.
Yeah.
Now to take the Virtua Soul of the sun.
Now accessing credits.
Oh, she's fine.
What?
Yeah, she's just not in the game world anymore. By the way, this is dot hack sign to a fucking...
Yes. I just remembered something important.
Really? Well, you'd better finish your rehab soon then, so you can get out of here.
Oh, This is the hospital's just floating on the ocean. That's awesome.
Yes. I can't wait to see you. Say.
Literally dot hack sign. Literally the ending to dot hack sign. Literally just like the character wakes up and then that they are in a hospital and they get out of the hospital and they're gonna meet up with their friends from the real world. Or in the real world.
Yep.
Alright, so...
Spoilers for dot hack sign.
Yeah. Alright, so first of all...
Yay!
Just a
Yeah,
little bit
Sharky,
pleased with yourself,
I'm proud of
ain't
you.
ya? And rightly
Thank
so.
you.
Rightly so.
So, secondly, what was secondly? So I was right too. That wasn't Shot's partner. That was Dad pretending to be him.
Just pretending. Okay, yeah. Seems obvious now that I think about it.
Yes, obviously that was Dural, and that was our dad the entire time because he had the exact same model as our dad. I guess Dad was also a dead ringer for Raud.
Yeah.
So.
Never mind. Yeah, never mind that part.
Now, Pro Striker says,
Pro Striker
I don't like that
92 in
ending.
You don't say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. So your dad joined a known terrorist organization. Because reminder, Judgment 6 were the villains from the original Virtua Fighter, and this is in that universe. And then he was like, "Oh wait, they want to do bad things."
I guess it'd be like
it's
joining
like an umbrella corporation situation where the broader world doesn't know until it's too late that Umbrella are the baddies, right? So the Virtua Fighter is Judgment 6. That the Virtua Fighter cast knows that Judgment 6 are the baddies, but the general public is just like blissfully unaware.
I feel like it would be joining Plantier and then one day being like, oh no, this one's a step too far.
Yeah.
Whew. We still got more after this. We're not done. Johnny, I'm going to need you, before you look up the Hunter badges, I'm going to need you to look up where is a jump level 3 move.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly look through that now.
I think there are 2 of them. Whichever one seems like it'd be the easiest to get.
So you should probably explain what we're doing.
No,
why there is more game left. Oh, you know what I mean. What we're doing after this.
So I thought this was going to be post-game because I figured it would be in the last level. But there are 6 Hunter's badges to collect. We collected 1 in the previous episode. Once we get all of those, then we will unlock a final test, which will get us a final item. And that would be like 100% in the game, I think.
Do you think it'll get us like another like cutscene or any sort of?
I know what it gets us. It gets us 1 boss fight, and then we get like a super item.
But all of your replays may go that much smoother.
Charles Martinet, I think, was 4 characters, if I counted that correctly.
Yes. Yep. Got an Asian character? Have Charles do it.
Guitar.
Guitar. Oh, they actually put Tosei's symbol in the game. They don't always do that. In fact, they usually don't.
No names, of course. But
no, they had the Tosei staff role. They did do some Tosei shoutouts earlier.
Oh, okay. Remember when credits used to be short in video games?
Good times.
That
Sega logo doesn't want to leave the screen. Yeah. So proud of their work, were they that day?
Oh, okay. So, one thing we need to figure out is if we have all of either Shun's or Pai's Virtual Soul data. And that includes the models.
That includes the models? That's the only way to do it?
Yes.
So
you'll speak with Dot.
That's the end of this playthrough, because we're not doing all that shit.
Yeah, it says, after collecting all of Pai's or Shun's Virtua Souls and lost data, brackets models, you'll get a server address where you fight that character one-on-one.
There's also no post.
Also, there's no New Game Plus save here.
Yeah.
I can't help but notice either.
So it would have to be before the final level. So yeah, we're not doing that because I would have to go through and play an entire level, use only their moves, and then go into another level and do the HP drain move over and over again until I randomly get the items that I want, and then go get the thing, and then go to every level to get the Hunter's badge, and then... So, the final thing that you get... I'll jump into here, and I'll show you something. So we saw in the
Yeah,
previous
Fucking
episode.
believable.
Yep, this is not going to be 100% playthrough then, because I'm not doing that shit.
On the
Yeah,
bright
yeah,
side,
it's-
that means that you're done with Virtua Quest.
I am.
Mostly.
Yes. So, where's our status? Hunter's badges, right? We'd go collect all of those. Then we would go to... Not here. That's my bad. We would go back to the low rank area.
I mean, it's not like the whole world is collapsing right now
Yeah.
in real time while you're presumably doing all this. Isn't like Moon's enacting his plan at this
Lower.
current juncture.
Alright. Then we would go up here, go to Hunter Man, and he would have one final test for us, which is to fight him one-on-one. If we beat him, then we get a special upgrade that makes it so that all of our special moves take 0 SP to use.
Ah.
If you like pushing your luck even further, why don't you try your hand at the never cleared master test? I'll take the master test if you manage to collect all 700 badges and bring them to me. We're not doing that.
As a backdrop for us giving our final thoughts on the game, I don't remember how far it is in the level, but you know that Sonic the Hedgehog statue?
Sure.
Can you bring us there?
Alright, it's not too far. I might have to do a little bit of fighting.
I figured it shouldn't be too bad. I remember it being like relatively early in, what was it, the second mission, the Wind Corridor? No,
it's
third.
Twin Axis.
Twin Axis.
Yeah.
And while you do that, bring our heads up, and
Okay.
we'll get started on some final thoughts here.
Where are we? There we are.
Starting with well, once you bring them up, oh, okay, there we go. Starting with Johnny.
Yeah. Yeah, so the idea of a Virtua Fighter linked beat 'em up where your character could use movesets for all the characters and you build your character that way, on paper sounds like a great idea. And even the virtual reality premise, considering the whole digitized fighting data premise of Virtua Fighter, could have worked as well. And I feel like this is the worst way you could have executed it, to not have the combat feel like Virtua Fighter, to go for a very different aesthetic and art direction, especially if the goal was to get people into Virtua Fighter. Like, I'm trying to imagine if you were a fan of Virtua Fighter and you looked at this, you'd go like, oh, this is not like Virtua Fighter, so you wouldn't pick it up. And if you picked this up and then got into, were like, oh, I want to check out Virtua Fighter because I really enjoyed this, I don't think you would like Virtua Fighter. If you somehow got enjoyment out of this, I think you would reject what Virtua Fighter is, because this game is only like superficially like Virtua Fighter. You know, it's like a bit, it's like, you know, the characters, the reference, a little bit of the world, but not the substance in like how it plays and how it feels, and its own separate style. And so there's that issue, and then there's just how clunky the game is most of the time. Like, even when it's at its best with the combat does feel still clunky most of the time. It's missing some very obvious stuff like a lock-on and a better camera system. And then just the weird focus on the platforming that feels like someone forced into the game. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like a ROM hack, the platform inside of the game. It doesn't feel natural to what the game was designed for. It feels like someone came in there and said, well, you need to have this third gameplay mode to mix things up. You can't just do story and battle. You need third thing. And so someone came up with that. And it just controls weird. And then all the issues with the swinging and the way to fit, like them doing momentum physics in this engine was the wrong choice as well. And yeah, the story is very generic. There was so many different comparisons. Obviously, Dot Hack, but there were many other comparisons in our chat as well during the playthrough, such as like Mega Man, Battle Network, and some other stuff. So it's not original take either. So it doesn't even have that going for it. So it's just a shame all round, especially if you do like these Virtua Fighter characters. Like, it was great seeing them and getting to see them actually talk and have story, because in Virtua Fighter it's like a tiny bit of dialogue. It's quips, it's famous one-liners, and the story is all implied. And, you know, actually see them talk and have dialogue. Obviously, it's very one-dimensional because it's literally narrate my life story to you, and that's it. But that's the sole enjoyment I got out of this, and obviously it doesn't make up for the rest of it. And lastly, just because I tend to focus on music more, the music quality was all over the place in this. Some genuine bangers, some tracks I feel like someone made in an afternoon because they had to fill out the track list. It was all over the place. I'm surprised this only had one composer on it.
All right.
My thoughts, yeah.
Very good. I'll take my turn now. Again, just got to start with the premise being just objectively awful. The idea of trying to diversify the audience for Virtua Fighter by making a game that plays nothing like a Virtua Fighter is just an inherently stupid idea in my mind. If you're gonna do it, you at least need to have the characters from the thing in like a starring capacity. The idea of putting Sei in there and inventing all these other characters and then like taking the theme, the aesthetic, and just like everything about the world so far outside of that original thing. Like, what's the best case scenario here? What did Sega intend here? That this game would take off and then kids would be like, I want to play Virtua Fighter now. I want to start mastering Virtua Fighter. And then they're like, wait a minute, where's Sei? Where's Toka? Where's all the characters? Where's all the digital shits? You're telling me this is just a fighting game? Well, then what the fuck am I here for? So, like, and that's the best case scenario. So, just a rotten idea to the core. The fact that it's so derivative of every other piece of media that deals with online worlds and virtual reality and logging in and not being able to log out. And, you know, again, it's .hack. That is exactly what it is. People have made other comparisons. No, it's just .hack. It really is just .hack. They just wanted to make .hack. And by God, they made .hack. I mean, the only other one you could possibly say is Phantasy Star. And the point there being that, like, what if the world in .hack sign was, instead, they were logging into Phantasy Star? That's what this is. And that's an idea, I guess. Could have worked for a different franchise that is not Virtua Fighter, a game that is, like, by its nature, like, very, like, straightforward and plain and simple in terms of, like, fighting game plots and universes go. It's very silly that this is the direction they took. And yet, you know, there's things they could have done. We shopped some ideas earlier. We had the Yakuza sort of idea earlier tonight. In a previous episode, I think I pitched something like, you know, if you're going to do a 3D fighter, have it just be your character enters a fighting tournament, and then through the process of doing that, either fights the Virtua Fighter characters or otherwise, like, learns to imbue their moves into his moveset somehow. Something like that. And, you know, that's almost what they did here by having you with the Virtua Souls system and whatnot. But, you know, all of this, we can pitch a billion different ideas, and any of them would be better than this one they landed on in terms of being faithful to the franchise, in terms of being something that is infinitely more interesting than this. I mean, this is interesting for the fact it's so off-base, interesting for the fact that it is so off-point, off-base, is so far removed from the thing it is supposed to be, ostensibly be an homage to. But then, you know, at the end of the day, there's also no story being told here in terms of, like, actual message. That's something that's really come into focus in these last few episodes, is there's no moral here. I'm always looking for the through line. I'm always looking for what is this game trying to say beyond the surface level plot being told.
I feel like of a lot of video games, and especially of this era, you're not going to get a lot of that. I mean, it does exist. I'll be clear. It does exist. But I don't think that was, like, the broad norm of what you're going to get out of games like this.
No, certainly not. But this is
It's
also a
the-
narrative game that's trying to be an anime, and in most animes at this point had like an actual like underlying theme or message. Going into the 2000s, before that too, obviously. And, the most Virtua Fighter thing about this game is that it has no fucking underlying message or theme or idea it's trying to convey, no concept, no higher level thing, because Virtua Fighter is, again, as plain can be, as plain Jane on a plain day. So they managed to nail that aspect of it, the one that they should have probably tried to get away from, because you could do something about, like, not being trapped in the past or embracing the past, recognizing that all this online shit is for the birds, that all this shit is dangerous, it is like an escapism, and that's where you would have had, like, the final fight taking place outside of the Nexus, like, say, learning that, well, technology isn't the way here. Technology is, I need to take these skills I've been doing in the game and apply them in real life. Then you could have that, like, having that would allow you to get that message across, get that point across. And again, I'm just throwing ideas out there, things that are so, like, easy to think of if you have any interest in making this game more than the sum of its parts, which they didn't. And, that's on them. And that, is not the most disappointing thing in the world. It's a disappointment, to be sure. It's a knock against this game. It gives me no reason to get invested in any of these characters, any of their plights, any of the overarching plot, if I don't feel like it's working towards anything. But that's a me problem at the end of the day as well, too. I mean, I'm the only one who gives a shit. Certainly no one at Sega did. Otherwise, there would have been something here. But, even putting all that aside, would that have been forgivable if the underlying gameplay was anything above mediocre or above middling, above tedious? Maybe. That's obviously the big issue with this game, is just the fact that it is a slog, and I got that just from watching it and not having to play it. I am sure Sharky will get into the weeds on that about what doesn't work for this gameplay wise, but I will just take this opportunity to say, our protagonist here, that boy howdy, I wish this guy's feet were planted on the ground the entire game. I'm betting Sharky does too. I'm betting that all the platforming being stripped out of this would have been an improvement in some capacity, and making the levels just more straightforward, so that not every other level is a fucking meandering key hunt to try to open gates in sequence or whatever the hell, or scavenger hunts for hidden items in the worlds. It's just, they did everything they could to drag it out, and at the same time offer no encouragement to explore the game any further, to do more than just getting from point A to point B, to make it so that there's no incentive to collect those hunters badges or to go back into the world to explore those environments. And yet you have to get that economy up so you can get the precious upgrades that don't really do much, but every little bit counts, because there's so little depth to this in terms of progressing your character, in terms of building them up, bulking up their stats. The grind that you have to do feels so inconsequential given how little it imparts on your character. So just at every possible turn, they made, like, the wrong decision when it came to that stuff. And I guess that's the story of the game, isn't it? Every decision, the wrong one. Is it the worst game we've seen on the Bad Game Hall of Fame? No, it's mostly technically competent, barring, like, things that don't work, like the platforming. Looks fine for a game of this generation. It sounds, it doesn't, like, blow your eardrums out. So those are good qualities going for it. It's functional. It could have aspired to be an average game, and it fell short. And I will let Sharky count the ways in terms of mechanics and gameplay and so forth.
Oh, I want to add just one more thing I forgot, is the cutscene direction is just bizarre in this game. Just the overacting with the voice work and just the motion capture is so strange. That's not even a criticism, it's just I have to highlight how overacted the cutscenes are, and the weird, like, camera direction and cuts and all that stuff.
At least those gave the game a pulse for moments in time.
Yeah, true.
All right. I'm going to start the story, but I'm going to be a lot shorter on the story because I was not here for the story of this thing. I think it is interesting that they use this as a vehicle to expound upon the characters in Virtua Fighter in a way that they never do within Virtua Fighter. Because if you haven't played Virtua Fighter, that's not really a series where you have, like, opening cutscenes and ending cutscenes for ladder mode. You just do the thing. So that they chose this to be their way to introduce, I think, most people to a lot of the lore is an interesting decision. It definitely makes this game stand out in some way by being like a weird factoid. Like, did you know this game has all the Virtua Fighter lore, more or less? And I think like the overacting in the cutscenes was done, particularly the mocap overacting. Sometimes there would be a funny line delivery. I think especially towards the end of the game, once Sei is like yelling in anguish at things. But like I said, the story, like, whatever. I'm not here for that. It is just pulp, you know. It's. I don't think it was aspiring to be anything. I'm not going to judge it as if it was aspiring to be something. Maybe it would have been funnier if it was aspiring to be something and they fell flat on their face. I don't think there's a world in which this would have been a good story. But as far as the gameplay goes, so Cass seemed very disappointed that the story didn't really have a message to tell. I'm very disappointed that this game, the way it played, did not live up to what its potential was. And I don't mean like saying like, oh, this should have played like Virtua Fighter. No, like for what it is, like very early on, I was starting to pick up on some aspects of the fighting system that actually did kind of feel good. Like once I realized stuff like, oh, you can do these jumping combos that lead into ground combos. And even if that gets blocked, you can do some sort of mix-up where if you know what the frame data is for these attacks, you can then pause and go into a grab. Realizing kind of like how far you could take the juggling system between like doing wall bounces and actually managing to use the wire to extend a combo. That all felt like they were starting to cook. Like there's some moments early on in this playthrough where I was like, oh, this actually is kind of fun to like mess with this system, especially when I was doing like some of that grinding between episodes. And then we get to the point where the bosses don't want to be comboed anymore. They'll just jump out of it once you're like 1 to 2 hits into their juggle. You get start getting enemies that cannot be juggled at all, like the big robot guys. And it sort of just strips away any of like the fun stuff I was finding. It becomes more and more, like you said, of a slog. Of just like, I'm going to hit this guy, I'm going to do these jumping combos until like I see an attack coming, I'm going to roll away, I'm going to come back in. You know, it was funny once I realized that you could use your synapse mode and just spam Virtua Soul attacks and just like shoulder charge someone like 5 times in rapid succession and like melt health bars. That was kind of fun. That also stopped working after a certain point. And once you lost that meter from doing that, it does take a while to charge back up. Even if you're going in for attacks, if they're blocking, you are not building up synapse from blocks. It's really feels like they had some good ideas at the start, and then by the end of the game, they were trying to not even by the end of the game, by the middle of the game, they were trying to up the difficulties in a way that strip out any of the fun stuff. And then there's just a lot of stuff that just doesn't work well within the context at all. Like the wire system, by having that on, you know, the right, the C stick, I guess, for the GameCube, then you don't have camera control. And it's not even like you have the ability to aim your wire. It always goes straight forward. They could have just used the Z button, which is dedicated towards giving you a hint as to what you're supposed to do. You don't really need that hint thing. I don't think that was ever that vital. I don't think that was even that helpful if I used it. So it just means that you don't have camera control, so you have this really bad, like, camera recenter thing, which just, you know, makes it hard to, like, gauge stuff or, like, figure out what's going on, because, like Johnny said earlier, enemies do not respect the camera not looking at them, and they will attack. Then they figured it out for the final boss and gave you a lock-on. It's like, oh, this is how everything else should have worked, especially for bosses like that ninja guy. And then in the same fight, they said, okay, how can we make the lock-on system bad? How can we make it so that you don't want it anymore? And they found a way to ruin it at the last minute. The platforming was bad. Like, I got used to it to a certain extent, but it really kind of brought stuff to a halt. It was very spotty in a lot of places, kind of unintuitive sometimes. And the momentum-based system of using the swinging and jumping from thing to thing was just purely annoying. Like, there were parts where with the green wire spheres, which are totally, like, on the game doing it. You have no real control over that. That is supposed to be, I'm going to grab this thing and it is going to take me to the next location. And there were, you know, bear in mind, I was grinding this game for, like, probably like 7 hours. There's probably 7 hours of me playing this that is not part of what you're watching. There are so many times where I would grab onto one of those green things, it's supposed to automatically take me somewhere, and it would just kill me. Like, the automated system's just like, nope, time to die. And even when I have control in my own hands, sometimes, like, if for seemingly no reason, it'll be like, actually, you jumped at the wrong time, so you're going straight down. Or you jumped just a little too good, you're going to overshoot your target now. Yeah, that, like, the platforming stuff either shouldn't have been there, or should have been, like, so much more simple, and, like, so much easier to control. Like, it should have been better. If they wanted to, that hot take, if they wanted to have a bad system, they should have done a better job at it. What else do I got? I should talk about the grinding, too. Because, like I said, there's probably about 7 hours of stuff I had to do off stream. And I don't know how much of it I had to do. Some of it was definitely necessary. Like, ranking up so I could get to the next test to get to the next area. Because it's a very slow grind to get the hunter level stuff maxed out. And then getting the money for the upgrade parts, which I did not like that upgrade system. I do like when you have, like, a physical space to, like, put your inventory stuff in. I like Resident Evil 4. That's fun. Having this as some sort of, like, weird 3D environment with a center space that's always, like, set there and having to rotate this thing around with bad transparency, like, it was just, like, real frustrating to work with. But it should have been, like, not... I know cubes are futuristic, and that's what they were going for. But it should have been, like, a 2D
They certainly
plane.
are.
Yeah. But... And then, like, you know, I go through all that stuff because I'm like, okay, I'm getting my ass kicked. I want to, you know, power up my stuff. Or I'm just progressing through the game. I would like to power up my stuff. And... you get such paltry gains for doing it. Like, those things take the most time. Most of my grinding was to get money to try out these new upgrades. And I would go through this whole process, and I would look at my numbers before and after, and I'd get, like, maybe, like, 10 more health and 1 more attack. It really... even if the numbers are, like, super inflated... maybe maybe one is, like, actually significantly different. Man, it doesn't feel like it when you see that number go up by 1. Like, I didn't even really use, like, a lot of, like, the last tier stuff because it didn't feel worth it, even though it was, like, mathematically you think, okay, I trade in 2 of these older ones for 1 that has, like, save space and does all this, and it just didn't work out. Just a real frustration system. Also, the fact that, like, they had the attack boost thing where you could, like, have more and more attacks on your string. We never tested out if there's an upper limit to that. But it doesn't matter, because, again, at a certain point in the game, everything just breaks out of what your attacks. So, long strings are just, like, a waste of room at that point. And the difficulty of the game. It definitely, it got harder as it went along, and it got unfun hard as it went along. And the lack of checkpointing is horrible. Because they do not give... If they're going to have no checkpoints, they need to give you more save points. There needs to be some sort of safety net. A better safety net than what they got. Because I played through most of this with no checkpoints. Not checkpoints, with no save states. And, I managed... It was annoying at certain points to have to, like, go back and do shit again. Like, I do remember specifically that elevator ride up to the ninja boss fight in stage 3. That was real annoying to have this long combat section between the save and the boss of the level. But that final level was horrible. Like, this huge stretch, this huge, really difficult stretch, where you don't have a way to save, and then you come up against 3 bosses in a row that are also harder than they used to be, with no way to save. And if at any point during all of that... Oh, then there was the elevator ride right after, another fight. And if you lost any of that, you start the whole damn thing over. Like, we use save states to make this, manageable. I think if I wasn't using save states, we would have been streaming for the next, 3 hours. Perhaps. Like, I always, want to take into account the fact that you're not getting a real experience in terms of, how people on console be playing it if you're playing with save states. And it's easy to, do a game with save states and come out of it saying, actually, that wasn't so bad, without realizing, the amount of time you would have been wasting otherwise. I am taking that factor into account. That last level would have wasted so much of my goddamn time if I didn't have save states. So, I think I've really soured on this game by the end of it. My first impression was, I think this has some potential. It is not great. It's not particularly good. I wouldn't recommend people go out of their way to play it, but I think it's kind of, has moments where it's fun enough. And by the end, I'm more like, this is just truly frustrating and not really worth the ride. Still, play it for yourself if you want to. Feel it for yourself. But I feel like this game had at least a modicum of potential and really squandered it. And I think those are my thoughts.
I think that's a fair grip of thoughts. I think that's a fair bit that you've gotten off your chest now. Does it feel any better having said all that? Because for me, whenever I finish a game that I'm not keen on by the end, the reason why I have the final thoughts is that it's a chance to sort of unload that burden. Do you feel any better having gotten all that off your chest?
I'm kind of hungry. I was thinking of having some macaroni and cheese.
Get some brain food, some courage food, some kindness food, whatever the food items are in this game.
And I really never talked about the bit system, which...
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, who gives a shit? I really just had to change the dolphin at the end. I had to figure out what that system was. Change the dolphin at the end just to have a chance. Because I didn't want to miss items. Oh, wait, one more thing. The armor change system. Why? Why bother? Why even bother with that armor system where if you do certain moves, you move towards a certain direction? It happened once in this entire playthrough. Remember, I went from level 1 medium to level 1 heavy. What do you need to get to level 2? Haven't seen it. The game is done. I would have maybe another 2 or 3 hours of play if I were to keep going with this. And it feels like the way that the game is structured, it will push you into heavy, because that seems to be the most effective way to play this. But Johnny was saying, that long plays didn't even seem to ever get the changes to the armor, and that's through playing the full game. So why even have the system? Also, switching from medium to heavy armor felt like a detriment, because the upgrade between the change in ability between the two didn't feel good. I wanted more synapse time.
It could have just been you buy armor sets and you equip the one you want, and that would have been the better system.
Yeah, probably something like that, although it would have cost an arm and a leg. But, like, yeah, why even have that system? I don't know. Okay, that's my final thought. Thank you for reminding me about the upgrade shit. Alright, I think that will do it then, if we have all our thoughts together.
I think we do. I would hope we do at this point.
So, that means... that means that I should probably stop the game. So whoop, that's not where I wanted us to go. I wanted this to go away. Goodbye, Virtua Quest.
Go away forever, Virtua Quest. Never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again in my house, because I am tossing in the trash after this. So now I can just say, folks, thanks for joining us here tonight. Thanks for sticking with us to the end of Virtua Quest. To the end of this series. I don't have to play anything on a Thursday now for a little bit. I think we'll see what happens next Thursday. Oh, never mind. We're good. So, speaking of like next Thursday and the next days in general, let's check out the stream schedule. Tomorrow, Friday, will be Dead Rising: Chop Till You Drop. Which might be the final episode?
Yeah,
should be with any luck at all.
Should be.
Yeah.
Saturday will be the return of Cursed Kart Racers, episode 21, in which we focus on the Nintendo Switch. I know Cass has been looking
not quite the end
to
of
this.
that one, unfortunately.
No.
I wish that was the end. We're nearing closer, though. We're getting ever closer to that finish line, thank God.
Monday will be Casual Monday, in which we play some not so bad games. Just whatever we're playing, whatever we feel like bringing to the table. Tuesday. Are we streaming Tuesday? It is the 23rd.
I would think not.
Okay.
I think we'll take most of that week off, truth be told.
Yeah, so Tuesday we will take off, and Thursday is Christmas, so we will definitely take off. So, relax next week. Spend your time doing whatever it is you do for Christmas, or find a new hobby. Maybe find chestnuts and roast them. I'll say that I don't know if... Well, I'll just leave it at that. Tuesday, Thursday we'll take off. We'll figure out the future past then. But it'll probably be until... I don't even want to commit to anything right now. I don't want to commit to saying anything.
Yeah, don't commit to anything. We're going to figure stuff out, folks.
Yeah. Alright. So, if you liked what you saw tonight, and would like to support us financially, then you can do so by becoming a subscriber on Twitch, a member on YouTube, or a patron on Patreon. Any or all of the above will get you access to the Patron Saints channel in our Discord, where you can vote on the direction of the show going forward. This playthrough, as I've mentioned many times before, was a patron-voted one, which means that we're going to have to make a new poll sometime in the future to, see what the folks want us to play. If you can't support us at this time financially, that is completely understandable. Feel free to join the Discord anyway. It's free to enter. We have people talking about games, talking about not games. We got a bad game club. Right now, for this month, we're playing Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which is a pretty easy breezy one. Definitely easier than Mylon Secret Castle from last month. And another way that you could support us is to share us on YouTube. We have a playlist there called Suggested Viewing. It's 20 handpicked episodes that we think make for good onboarding if you want to show that to someone. Or if you know someone who is interested in Virtua Quest, but would really only like to know how it ends and has no interest in, like, the beginning or any other part of the plot, they just want to immediately skip to the ending, I guess you could link them to this video. I mean, I was just linked to the first video, it's just to watch all of it, but if they're in a hurry, I don't know, whatever. And I think that will do it. So, Cass, you want to rate?
Yeah, I'm looking. Sasquatulus is playing the Grinch. and the title of their stream is Sexy Grunchin' Down Tonight.
Ah, the Game Boy Color one. I can
Yeah,
tell
I have to
just
imagine.
by that.
I would have to assume. So we'll send folk that away.
Tis the season.
In the holiday spirit. Actually, I went over to the stream and it does not look like they are playing the Grinch on Game Boy Color. They're playing something else. You'll be the judge when you get there, folks.
Tis the season to play something else.
Let them know the Bad Game Hall of Fame sent you.
Yes.
So on, so forth.
And for the Bad Game Hall of Fame, I've been... gotta find one. I have been secret third boss phase Charky.
I've been secretly developed by Tosei, Johnny Baghead.
And I've been secretly working for Judgment 6 this whole time, Cassidy.
And we hope that you secretly have enjoyed the show and will discreetly come back to see us again. Good night, everybody.
Toodles!
Bye-bye.